there, I'm Stuart Howie from Flametree Media. You know, I'm getting sick of hearing all the time, particularly on social media, that creating content is easy. It's not. It's not just press a button and off you go, your content is there. Producing content takes time, talent, and a considered approach. It's not as easy as the snake oil sales talk of social media. So how do you go about creating authentic, compelling content and doing that consistently and in a sustainable way? Well, an increasing number of organisations are setting up their own newsrooms, DIY newsrooms. They're following the principles and practices of the best news outlets in the world. Why newsrooms? Well, newsrooms are at the top of the content food chain. Content is their reason for being, and they're having sensational results. Now, I've worked in newsrooms for more than 30 years, and in that time, I think I've seen what I would describe as 7 habits of highly effective newsrooms. Their clearest virtue is that newsrooms are expert storytellers. Newsrooms are also organised for chaos. When a big breaking story happens, you see all those people working in a newsroom come to the fore. And of course, newsrooms have a sense of urgency. News, by its nature, is urgent. And newsrooms are ideas factories. They are the engine rooms for content. Newsrooms are team-driven and collaborate. Nothing happens without them working in a collegial manner. As well, most journalists, and certainly this one, got into the game, got into journalism because we wanted to change the world, and newsrooms do change the world, and that's what communication teams can do. And finally, newsrooms are just fun. They're great places to be. They're exhilarating. Smart operators are doing this. At the big end of town, we're seeing banks like the ANZ, Sporting Codes, Big Sport, the AFL, Bupa, which is Australia's largest health insurer, but also small organisations, churches, schools, universities, the aged care sector. Local government is the perfect candidate for a DIY newsroom, and they're knocking it out of the park with their marketing and comms teams. They're acting like a newsroom. They're producing slick video, newsletters, newspapers, even TV news bulletins. Now, this is not traditional old school PR. It's also not corporate comms, and it's not content marketing with its unhealthy obsession with social media. But they're having success, amazing success. These organisations are getting great results from thinking and acting in a smart way. There's 5 big results for them. Firstly, they get a new audience for no additional cost. They're increasing engagement, and they're distributing excellent storytelling. As a result, they get to control their message, and you know what? They stand out in their sector. They're a shining example, the gold standard. Now, some breaking news. According to the 2019 Edelman Trust Barometer, these organisations outstrip media in the respectability stakes. So people want to hear directly from these organisations, not third parties. So that's a big plus for anyone with a DIY newsroom. So that all sounds fabulous, but how do you go about setting up a DIY newsroom? Because there's some devil in the detail. Well, I've made it simple. I've put it in a book. This book just launched. It's called, well, The DIY Newsroom. This is my secret sauce. This is a 5-step plan to better communications. It's a timeless approach, not dated by the whims and fashion of social media. So if you want to learn more, go to DIYnewsroom.com. It puts method to the madness of communications. Now, I wrote this book because I really want to see you shine in your sector. I want to see you stand out from the crowd, and I want you to get the recognition that you deserve for all your communications.